Thank you very much. Since last week, you are aware we were here since last week, and part of the sensitization we did here, part of the activities of clearing of the road is the construction ongoing here. We understand that many people who would actually be moving from one end to the other would take this place to be a resting place, and work is still on the way in here, and to avoid obstruction of that, and also it's not meant to be a bantaba. We came here last week and we did tell, especially the waste people and some women who would actually be here drinking attire and be selling around. So these are the people that we told last week that we don't want to see anybody idling around here. If found here, would be arrested for idling. So this is what happened, and we came back and we found the same people here, the waste people, who would tell us that they are sent into the streets to do their job. I said, yes, into the streets. This is not a street. This is an environment where vehicles should be passing through. It's not meant for people to sit around, idle around, and be gossiping or drinking attire around. So this is why we did that. We did arrest them and take them. We took them to Bushby police station, and that's what is continuing here today. Yes.
So you mentioned that they would be charged for idling.
When we charge them for idling, they will go to court. The court will determine that. The court will, whether it's going to fine them. The court will determine whether they will be fined or they will serve a kind of a punishment. Actually, that will be determined by the court. So in essence, just as a warning to everybody, we don't want this to turn out to we knew the place how it was before clearing of the environment. It was so messy. It was an environment that was not even fit for the consumption of the eye. We don't want that to continue, and because work is ongoing, that is one. But also, even after work, it's not meant for people to come sit here and be drinking attire or be chatting over, because vehicles will be traveling or moving in and out, and the possibility of knocking people around, causing accidents, is one thing for the reason. One reason why we are doing this, for safety concerns, basically. Yes.
Okay, but we've seen that there are certain people when you come here, you cannot sit here.
Yeah.
And like this, work is ongoing, and this is not a place whereby you people can sit. So there are certain people that would actually tell you that no, we did not know that we're not supposed to be here. So what are you going to tell to those people that claim that they don't know that they're not supposed to idle around this area?
I don't think that is a matter of I don't know, because they know the purpose of this place. Firstly, it's not for them to come and sit and rest, to come and sit and wait for their colleagues or family or anybody who wants to meet them anywhere. Say, okay, come over at the flyover. Under the flyover, I'll be sitting there waiting for you. It's not meant for that. So I don't think that's a valid reason or an excuse to say, because I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Number one, we know this place is not meant for that in the first place. This is why when we came, the first people we found, we told them that you should not be here. And I think because those people are familiar faces around here, people who will be selling here and people who will be doing wave transactions here, is just to inform. Maybe they could tell their colleagues and all that. So most of the people that would tell, don't sit here, you're supposed not to sit here, this is not sitting place. Most of them are either students who are actually, they're close from school and they're just sitting idling around. I would ask them, move, go. You've closed from school, go home. Understand? And others who are about sitting, they are walking towards sitting, or they are walking and standing before they actually get themselves seated. I tell them, please don't sit here. Continue, go your way. So this is what is happening. But for the ones that are already seated comfortably and having to have their bantabas and other views, are the ones we would actually arrest and take them to the police station.
I to the Ami Jallow, man medical manager, Takaful Gambia Limited. Operation to be honest, it's a very, very good initiative. Although affect Nani negatively, but I believe as Gambians, as citizens, we should put our nation first, and cleanliness is next to godliness. If we have visitors coming in, just as other countries, you will see the environment clean and tidy. So this is what we want as Gambian citizens. That's why Takaful Gambia Limited as well join hands with with the National Road Authority and the government to make sure that we have cleared our place. We are not affected in any way because we want to comply to what to national development and what we are set to do as an organization. So we commend the initiative and we are so grateful and thank you so much.
So in your conversation, you said you were happy with the operation.
Yes.
So what would you say to those that actually feel like this operation is not good?
I will tell them that they might change their minds in the long run, because the people that are not satisfied or say that the operation is not is the people that are being affected. So obviously, if you are affected, you obviously think that it's a bad initiative. But going forward, in the long run, because I've seen examples, the garage from NTC was moved to the market, to the main market in Lame. It's a good initiative, and I am also urging each and everyone. They're just held here to help and make Gambia a better Gambia for each and every one of us. So thank you.
So, Mr. Piero, we've seen that subsequently during the arrest, you've at some point you were actually stopping van drivers from dropping passengers at certain points. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, thank you very much. As the name goes, clear the road. Actually, and clear the road include vehicles, and we understand that most drivers would not adhere to the traffic regulations. They would actually just stop at any point in time and just be dropping and picking people. So these were drivers who were on the road. They just stood there. They stopped the vehicle on the road and dropping people and picking them. And I would tell them, is this the place where you actually do this? They will say, no, I'm sorry, I'm just this, I'm just that. So those people are the ones that we stopped, and we took their documents and we asked them to go to Bruce B police station because they actually are not going in accordance with the traffic regulations. That is, you can't stop anywhere on the traffic and blocking the traffic. They could see. I even told them, look behind you, look at the traffic behind you, because you stopped here, the traffic is getting congested, and they can't dispute that. So I tell the officers to take them to Brusubi, and that's it. So going forward, basically, I think this is the situation. I think gone are those days where people say Balal Mahauma, but you're gonna be on the street as a driver and you say Balal Mahauma, Balal Mahauma. It's not about Hauma. You should know. That's our expectation. That's why you've been given a license. You've been authorized, have been certificated that you are a qualified driver. You know the regulations. You know what you should do and not do. And the problem is, I guess you guys were seen. The passenger passerbys would come to me, Piaro, Balalko, ni, and I told them it's not about Balalko. This Balalko thing is what we should stop. Because the moment everybody will come with a defense, everybody will come with an excuse. It's just excuses, So for this to work, for Gambia itself in general, for us to succeed, we have to forget about this Balalko issue, and we set examples, and then people realize that we are serious with what we are doing, and that's the only way forward. As far as I am concerned, the way forward for me is Balalko is not in my vocabulary. It's not about Balalko because it's not about me. Do man. Asanga regulations bila foul. It's not man. Do man ma ko tek fofu nonu. Pour yep la. Gambian si ñoko tek ne pour sun trafic baña koñ ja sun trafic mëna dem driver yep dafa am fuñu wara taxaw am fuñu wara taxaw fuñu wara taxaw pour eb nit ñi fuñu wara wacce nit ñi dañ ko identify. But you cannot be on the traffic. Si ko yoon bi nga taxaw nga nga wacce nit waaw mer la amé mun taw li mun talele wala nga taxaw da nga pigni waaw mer la pala, those kind of excuses, they are very lame excuses. So this is what we are doing for us. As far as this task force is concerned, we are taking it very serious, and we are going to do everything in our power to ensure that we exercise we do due diligence, of course, to do our job diligently. And most of them, as for today, I can say it's more than 10 drivers sent vehicle, including taxi drivers, that we've packed and taken to Brusubi police station. And on the spot, in my presence, most of them are charged $1,000, $1,500, $1,500, and they are being receipted. And that goes to the government coffers, and all of this is taken because we are accounted for, we are audited for whatever we do on a daily basis. So we report to our superiors and tell them this is what is happening and this is what we have done for the day. And I think it's high time that drivers, especially commercial drivers, to understand that there are regulations here. You cannot just do whatever you want on our roads. You understand? And also to us, the populace, the people, the elderly, they just come because they can be your papa, they can be your mama and say, diu manglanyan, balalko, and all that stuff, trying to bring social customs into these religious quotations, into this, even somebody say balalko, but it's not about me. It's about the regulations. And I think this culture that we have in the Gambia, this Balako culture, is a culture that is deterring us. It's a culture that we should abandon if we really want to get to where we want as a country.
Okay, and Piero, I've also noticed that there are certain drivers, when you stop them, you would realize that they don't have insurance, or at times they would give you excuses like, oh, I was stopped by this police officer at a certain point, and that's the police officer that has my insurance. What can you say about that?
Yes, for me, as far as I know, is that when we stop a driver for any reason that we stop the passing, especially most of them would actually stop at places where it is not appropriate for them to stop, and we will actually do what we do is that we take them to the police station. So there are no excuses. There is no excuse to tell you because I don't have this. Because you don't have, even is the more reason why you should be taken to the police station first to confirm your story, whether it's a police officer who took that and what are the basis or the grounds by which the person has taken those documents from you. But what is important at the time is what has been committed before us, not what has passed, but what happened actually. So the person is liable for what he has done on the ground. Basically, that's what's happening.
Okay, and we've also noticed that there are certain shops on the way where people actually have this no parking boards. What's your contribution to that?
Yes, no parking. There are two issues for that. There are applications who would officially apply for no parking. But in this operation, what we are doing, we are removing all no parkings. That's why you would see me, I'll pick them from where they stop, they place it, and take it back to the verandas of those people who claim to have that place no parking. Because this is a public space. You understand? So no person cannot just come and put something there and you claim that it's official or is this. But since the operation is going, the operation is trying to ensure everywhere is clear. All the roads are clear. No person would claim ownership of our public road. So as a result, this is what we are doing. And you could see today we are, I think, Medicare. You could see Medicare, Medicare from their building to the road is almost personalized, as if it is theirs. As if it is theirs. So because it is not theirs, we asked them, the task force was there to tell them to break down everything that they have constructed. The walls, the barricades and all that. And I was there also to tell them, because they went up to a certain level, they stopped. I went and called them, no, you shouldn't stop here. It's on the wall, the fence of your structure, of your property. That's where it stopped. So anything outside that should be removed. And also we went around certain banks where we have old generator. I don't know whether it's functioning or not. It is lying down there. It's dead there. So I also told them to inform the person to remove it from there because it is on the road. So these are things that we are talking as we go along. We talk to people who own properties, and part of their properties, or they are able to build, or they build certain restriction because they want to control what comes in and what goes out of their structure. But unfortunately for them, those are public spaces. You cannot control that, and they would have barricades, irons, concrete on the public area. All of these things should be removed. So basically, this is what is happening. And for today, like we've seen, we are on turntable, Brusubi turntable, where we are able to go around the entire turntable, and we are able to ask people to move from being idle around, under the flyover, and even people who are doing business. If you are doing business, you do your business, and even cars which are also parked wrongly on the road, we try as much as possible and to ensure those cars equally are removed, are parked properly. So actually, this is what is happening today, and tomorrow hopefully we hope to continue this activity because the task force, the main group, Mane and the team are continuing on the operation as they advise people to break down those structures, to remove them. We are following them on a daily basis. Wherever they go, the following day we follow to see whether people are actually adhering to the public. What would you also? What I would say to the general public is to help support this operation. This operation actually is for the public, is for the public good. And this operation, the impact of this operation is such that it affects every one of us here. We have seen how difficult it is to transverse our public road, to go on our businesses. It's been very difficult for us. And this operation has come to help not only that, but also safety on our road, because people are using the road, vehicles are using the road. So it's important that the public supports this, and I am quite sure from the feedback we already have, the public is in support of this. There are individuals, I know, in every bag, there may be one rotten potato, but in general, I know the public, this is what they want, and they've been calling and they've been supporting in kind, and they've been encouraging us. So the few ones that are, and especially those who we are hopefully getting to go there, we've not gotten there. It's important that you understand that we will be there because we are going in all the roads. I have gone through Manjai, I have gone through Bakote, going to Manjai, Kololi, and all that, Senegambia, and I think they shouldn't wait. I am seeing them. I mean, it's clear encroachment. You see everywhere, but they are waiting. They are there waiting for Mane and the team to come and tell them, remove this. You don't need to wait for Mane and the team. You know where you're occupying is illegal. It's an encroachment. It's beyond what you own. So it should be removed. So you don't need to wait anybody. So I would say thank you to those who are actually supporting this, and thank you for those who are actually saying to us in kind, congratulations. I know it's not that we're supposed to be said congratulations to, because it's our responsibility. But the fact that they acknowledge the acknowledgement of the fact that we are doing this, and we are doing this for everybody, we are doing this for Gambia, and that we are doing everything in our power possible to ensure that we do what is expected of us, like it is said, without fear or favor. And for that being as it may, I say thank you to all Gambians, and especially Gambians who are supporting us. But most importantly, I wouldn't forget the journalists, that is you people who are following us on a daily basis to actually show to the Gambian people what is happening. Like I would always say, this operation is one of the operations that I can proudly associate myself, because it's an operation wherein everything that is happening in this operation is before the Gambian people. It is before the Gambian people to actually see what we are doing, and that to also show to the Gambian people that we are going to do our work with diligence and without any fear or favor. Thank you.